So anyway, after Friday's show, all set, ready to go to the ocean for the day, go out to Long Island for the day. I'm walking toward my car that I parked a few blocks from my abode. I'm with Lindsay. We're walking toward the car, and all of a sudden I went, holy shit. You got to be fucking kidding me.
You saw it from a little distance off?
Yeah, I yelled, they broke into my fucking car.
And by they, I know who you meant.
You know what? I know for a fact that it was yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. And the funny thing is, I think people have figured out I'm probably the most liberal on this show.
Yes, you are.
It makes it fucking hard to keep that open mind when shit like this happens to you.
It certainly does.
I'm sorry, but you know what, dudes? People like the person that broke into my car are ruining it for all of you.
Yep.
They're making horrendous examples.
You got to move to the white suburbs, Opie.
I know for a fact.
Safe out.
I'm not going to tell you why I know, but I know for a fact. And it's like, why? I might as well be like Jimmy and Anthony. I might as well.
Hey.
Just hate them as a group.
No, that is, something, I will not stand here and take those accusations.
I'm going to get the tapes out. All the examples of you guys hating them as a group.
I will not sit here and take that abuse.
So
I'm just a realist as far as crime in the city goes.
So a few things. I get up. It's the passenger's front, window there, completely destroyed.
Busts your window.
Busts the window. Now I'm wondering why the alarm didn't go off. Does the alarm stop going off after a while?
What kind of alarm do you have? Do you have one of those? Boop,
the famous one.
Boop. Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, the famous alarm.
You have one of those?
Yeah.
You've heard it?
Yeah.
Ooh. And when does it go off?
I would assume
when
if
you shake the car?
I'm assuming if you break the window in,
no,
that it should go off. And then I'm thinking...
You would think.
Then I'm thinking maybe the cops came by because everyone was pissed off my alarm's going off for days. Well, actually, it happened within a 24-hour period.
So for a day.
And maybe the cops just turned off the alarm from inside and said, we don't know whose car this is, so we'll just move on. But it's so, I don't have to, so many people have been broken into, so I'm not saying anything that others don't know, but it's just so violating.
It pisses you off. You look around, like you're going to see the guy standing right there.
Right.
Like you look at your broken window, and you know it didn't just happen, and you kind of look around like, where is the son of a bitch? I'm going to kick his ass. Knowing he's just long gone with your goods.
So here's the funny thing. They took my XM radio.
Yeah, your XM satellite radio.
They took my XM satellite radio.
What did you have, a Sky-Fi?
I had a Sky-Fi, and I got lazy with it.
Yeah.
Usually, I take it out of the cradle or whatever, or cover it up. And I got lazy.
You left it in.
I got lazy. It was sitting there. And the funny thing is, I also had a Sirius unit in my car on the dashboard in plain sight for well over a year. I finally got that piece of junk out of my car.
Yeah.
And I was talking about last week, it destroyed my dashboard.
Yeah,
because that was the only way they could mount the fucking thing.
With bolts.
And I was laughing because they had so many opportunities to take that Sirius satellite radio. It was in plain sight most of the time. But I was thinking, to get the thing out of my car, they probably would have had to shatter my entire windshield.
Take out the windshield.
Take out the windshield to get the fucking thing out of my car. But the tiny little Delphi, the Sky-Fi, whatever the fuck they're called. What are they called? The Sky-Fi.
Yeah.
It was right there in plain sight. And obviously some kind of crackhead. Yeah. Because they were in my car.
I like that Bob Edwards show.
Right.
I listens to the Bob Edwards every day. That's a good show.
Obviously, they were in my car for less than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
15 tops.
Any damage to the...
Oh, they tried to rip out the whole thing.
They did.
Yeah, they tried to rip out the whole thing. So I thought they really did a number on my car because I saw wires all over the place.
Yeah, when you see wires, it's like,
I'm like, what do they do? They take the factory installed stereo? What the fuck? Because at first you don't know what the hell happened. Then you're like, they got the Sky-Fi, whatever, the XM satellite radio.
I don't even know what it does.
I think this is some kind of radar unit.
Trying to sell it on the street.
You want to buy a radar unit? I got this here. This here navigation system.
That's what I was thinking. You know, they probably thought it was some kind of navigation
Yeah.
system, I guess. I don't know. Then they took my change. It's like, what?
Hey, cash.
Yeah, but it's like pennies and nickels and
Yeah.
dimes because the quarters I
That's
used.
okay.
Because the quarters I used for the meter, so it was chump change, tops.
All he needs.
And then they took my my charger for my phone, my hands-free thing for my phone.
Opie, if society would help these people more, we wouldn't have these crimes. Instead of just locking them up, I think these people need our help. They need social programs to get them to end poverty and to end drug abuse. And then we'll be in this utopian society where we could park our cars with the windows rolled open and all our expensive equipment laid out on the dashboard, because that will solve all of social's ills, and never again will you be broken into. Yeah, because there aren't just some people that just have given up and decide they're just going to do drugs and commit crimes, and that's their life. Everyone can be saved, Opie.
I'm a little less liberal today. Let's just put it that way.
Welcome. Welcome to the dark side, Opie. Welcome.
A little less liberal. And I don't want people to confuse me as a liberal. That's ridiculous. I just am a little more liberal than these guys.
A little more open-minded.
I'm more of a moderate, I believe.
Yeah.
But I lost a little of that liberalism.
It is
this
a little.
morning.
It is a little disheartening when.
So they got the phone charger, the hands-free device for the cell phone, my XM satellite radio change, and my get out of jail free sergeant's pin that Keith the Cop gave us.
What the hell are they going to do with that?
I have no idea.
I'm a member of the PBA.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to sell any of this. What are they going to get for half this stuff?
Cops come over there to roust him, throw him against the wall. Excuse me, officer, I have this badge.
Right. And then they went through my glove compartment. They didn't take anything from there. Then they took my map.
What the hell are they going to need a map for?
A map of every state in America, because when I was on that hiatus there, I was driving around a lot, so I needed a good map to get me from point A to point B.
How you gets to Wichita? Let me look.
And then I happen to have some photos of when my niece came up from Florida, and we took some pictures at the beach I wanted to go to, matter of fact, Anthony. And they left that on.
They left the picture.
They left that on the seat in the middle of all the glass. I'm like,
so they kind of went through it.
Oh boy, you have a heart. Gee, thanks, you fucking animals.
I'm gonna take you. Look how nice this family scene is. I never had no family.
Got all choked up. Left the pictures.
So this is why I hate where I live, the Upper West Side,
But I'm taking this here lie detector, whatever it is. I'm taking this here thing. I think this finds uranium. It's a Geiger counter or something. Give me some crack for it. You can go prospecting.
He's sitting in an alley holding it with his feet trying to eat it.
Oh, is that awful?
What is this about before I move on? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, how you doing? I remember when...
All right, Mike, thank you.
You got it.
Yeah, so this is why I hate the Upper West Side. I can't wait to move back to the suburbs eventually.
The suburbs, Opie.
Because the people up there, they're just stuck-up snobs.
Yeah, and you're living in fear.
They think their shit don't stink. They think they're the most important person in the world. They're just awful, awful people up there. They really are.
With bars on the windows.
With bars on the windows.
Unbelievable.
You know, the loneliest place in the entire city. I see the same people every day. No one talks to anybody. No one converses with anyone. It's just awful. So I'm there in front of my car. I'm just discovering my car is broken into, which is a drag, obviously. And there's glass everywhere. And people are walking by over and over again, not even acknowledging what they're seeing in front of them. This huge, ridiculous scene. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not that... It's you know...
Not like blood all over.
No, I know.
It's not exactly September 11th.
No. That's not what I'm getting at. I know. Let's put it in perspective. It's just a stupid break-in in the car. But you would think someone would acknowledge, just a slight acknowledgement, like give you that look, like
that sucks.
That
dude.
sucks. That blows.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. All right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not asking for someone to go.
Oh my God!
I'm not asking for.
My car got broken into. You're kidding?
I'm not asking for someone to go run into their apartment and get a dustpan or something.
How did it happen? The window was just there. I was just looking at it. How did it? Oh, no. A schwoogie took your radio. Oh, no. Oh, God love him.
No, I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for someone to come running down the sidewalk with a dustpan and to help me out. But just like an acknowledgement, it's like, you fucking, assholes. Like, at least acknowledge and give me a look like, that's a drag.
Just one guy to go, that sucks.
Something.
Yeah, they're walking by going,
Because there's glass everywhere, whatever. And then all of a sudden, from above, behind me, like 5 stories up, I hear, psst. Psst.
Is Kenny, Club Soda Kenny, playing that gag on you?
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Psst, psst, psst.
Kenny.
So I turn around and I look up, and there's, I think it was a lady. I don't even know, because she never said a word. Just from the psst, I'm thinking it's an older lady. All of a sudden, she's holding out, like, a towel and, like, a rag out her window.
Yeah.
And goes, psst. And I look up again, and she just throws it out the window.
A rag.
To help you clean up?
Yeah, because obviously
that was nice.
It was glass, and you could get cut pretty easily trying to clean up that mess.
That's nice.
But not even a word. Like she was scared or something. Like maybe she saw the break-in.
Ooh.
Maybe she was enjoying a show on her new XM satellite radio. It's funny. She's probably the one that did it. She just felt bad.
And by the way, I'm saying maybe she saw the break-in. Hence, going back to the beginning of this conversation, knowing for a fact that it was a schwoogie.
Oh, Jesus, Opie.
But that's all I'll say for now.
That's a derogatory term.
Why don't you
How do you know?
So then I'm cleaning up the glass, and people just walking by, like, not even acknowledging or noticing. It's like, are you kidding me?
You gonna put it in a lot now?
Well, that's what Ben, So
Don't.
Of course, Ben's sitting here just laughing while you're telling the story.
Oh, no.
I'm breaking it.
So then Ben's like, see, I told you so. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you should park your car in a garage. First of all, my car is only in the city, like, part-time. Second of all, let's see, he said, I told you so. I've had the place in New York for 3 years. Do the math. How much is a garage? $400 a month? Right?
Yeah.
So that would be about $5,000 a year, right? I'd be $15,000 in the hole to park my car in the city for the last 3 years. This break-in cost me $150. So to say I told you so is ridiculous, is what I'm getting at.
You're just lucky it wasn't stolen. That's the only, but then again, you could drive down the Village at night one night to go for dinner and have it happen there too. So even if you have a lot, it could still happen if you just go somewhere else. Yeah,
right.
So I called Keith the cop and he hooked me up. I got it to thank the people. I don't have it in front of me. I forgot the card, but I'll thank him tomorrow. But this glass place on Deer Park Avenue, down there in North Babylon, I guess.
Hooked you up.
Oh, dude, in and out within a half hour. I'm setting and rolling again. So, but that was my Friday.
How do you know who the perp was?
I'm not.
Oh, perp.
I'm just saying. I just know.
Saying, I
just
guy
know.
around the neighborhood.
I just know.
Bad element around the neighborhood or around the nice neighborhood.
Yeah. There's a few. There's a few that need their heads beat in.
Oh,
so that was my Friday.
Let's say we get a gang together.
The Lords?
Go around.
Yeah, the
justice.
Lords.
We'll call ourselves the Lords. Jimmy, you mind?
Can we get the Lords out of retirement?
Yeah.
And I could yell, "Leave him alone!"
Leave him alone!
When they start beating Jimmy up.
I'm going to throw a rock through a gas station window that I think the alarms will go off and the police will be there immediately. Faggot white boy I am.
But the two observations before we move on. That Sirius satellite radio was sitting there for the taking for over a year.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think they would have had to take out the whole windshield to get the thing out of the car.
I don't know what that is. Is that a refrigerator?
I thought it was an iron lung. He didn't want you to die.
And then secondly, because I drove down to Philly to see Jet and Oasis, which was a cool show. So I was without my XM satellite radio for the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people are still listening to commercial radio.
How are the commercials?
I was out of my mind.
Yeah, we'd like to know why.
All right, we'll find out.
Hawk?
What's up, Keith?
Yeah, real quick, the first thing, it was all island glass.
All Island Glass on Deer Park Avenue.
Deer Park Avenue, yeah. They were very nice. They hooked you up real quick.
I'm going to send a package down on those guys, but if you're driving by and you, I don't know, own a donut shop or something.
Yeah, if some schwoogie broke your window, feel free to stop in All Island Glass.
All Island Glass. You just, I don't know.
Keith,
Drop some stuff off to those guys if you're in the area.
Keith, where are they located? Because my windshield got cracked on the road this weekend.
Oh.
They're at 1870 Deer Park Avenue.
Is that Manhattan?
No,
Long
that's
Island.
Long Island, because I was heading out that way, so Keith found a place for me. They were awesome, and they were fans of the show and stuff, so I want to thank those guys.
Hey, Keith, do you laugh at people that call the cops for, like, this kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much useless, and I told Oak the same thing. It's like, it's a crime opportunity, and it's crackheads, What are they going to do? They're stealing the change? They don't know. Like you said, they probably thought it was a navigation or something because they don't know it's got to be activated. It's a fucking waste.
Yeah, did you cancel your subscription on there?
Of course I did.
Don't let them get any of that free XM.
It's totally useless. But you know what? Like you say, you want to have faith in society, and you want to, believe that everything's getting better. But let me give a couple small examples.
Yeah, right?
And this is, in fact, I showed one a couple months ago, but I have a new one too, and I'm going to read them. And these are confessions of young African-American boys committing crimes in the city.
Mm-hmm.
First one, he is 16 years old. I was on my way home, and a man came by ranning, R-A-N-I-N-G, by me, and he doped furs, and I paid it up, and the cop stopped me, and I towed, T-O-A-D, the cop. Wait happened, and the man had on blue jersey and long hair and a red shirt, S-H-R-T. I'm a goop kid. I would not po that to a woman.
That is an actual confession written out by... Oh, my God.
And that was actually Mayor Sharp James of Newark.
Right. So there is one, and that is approximately a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Now, this one is from 2 days ago.
All right.
Here is things not getting better. My name, Devin. Me in my Frineds, F-R-I-N-E-D-S, had went Sports Depot to buy some football scuff, S-C-U-F-F. On the way back, now I assume this is Alex, A-E-L-X.
Yeah.
Terry, same some boys and try to had some them, and Axe and Terry told them to ran their pockets. P-O-X-E-T-T-S.
Were they robbing them?
Yes.
Okay, I can't even figure out what the hell they're doing.
Hey, Keith, is this guy Jamaican?
No.
Oh.
No. So there is two fine examples of how the school system is working very well in the city.
I guess so, wow.
About the school system.
More money to education will help that.
Right.
Yeah.
Education is going well, and parenting, they're doing a fine job of parenting.
You know what I think we should invest in this city? Bricks and bars. That's it. Bricks and steel bars.
Well, that's pretty much
more prisons.
All right, Keith, a week from Wednesday is the big WOW Summit, right?
Ooh.
The second annual, well, it's not an annual, the second Keep the Cop WOW Summit.
Yeah, it's July 13th. We're going down to Club Risque.